And welcome back. I just asked Naoma what we're going to talk about today, and the subject is social media anxiety. Can't wait to hear this one. Good morning, Naoma.
Good morning. It's a problem I know I don't have to worry about with you guys.
I think it's I think it's fairly, as soon as I heard the topic, I thought, yeah, I sort of kind of dwell on that a little bit too much sometimes, and am anxious about it.
It's almost a new problem people have, and so here's a new hashtag that I've been seeing around lately. It's SMAD, social media anxiety disorder. And another one is FOMO. Have you heard of that one?
No.
Fear of missing out. A lot of people are having, and that's what their social media has done, is they have this fear that they're going to miss something, that they're always, and that's why they're always addicted to their phone. First thing they do when they wake up is check it. Last thing they do is they'll stay up all night, you know, checking the feed, checking Twitter, texting, and you kind of have to learn to be able to turn it off. And social media has been great for business, great for making new connections, but it's also caused a lot of problems I've seen. And you know, recently somebody came up to me and says, well, is everything okay? And I'm like, yes. Well, I hadn't posted anything in a couple days. I didn't know I had to. But it's almost like I saw a term, people using social surveillance. People are just almost, you know, kind of stalking, seeing what you're up to. That's how they're catching up with people, is not reaching out, but actually checking all your social media. So don't worry, you know, you got to learn to be able to turn it off. But one thing is Pinterest. A lot of more women and mothers feel anxiety because they have to be perfect. Everything has to be organized. They have to be able to be the best cook. You see all these beautiful photos and inspiration, but then you feel like, oh, I'm not like that. You know, I need to do better. And I even have that problem. I have all these beautiful boards, and I'm like, I need to learn how to cook. I need to organize better. I need to color code. So it brings anxiety on a lot of people because they feel like they're not perfect enough. Twitter, they fear maybe looking dumb because they don't know what that term is, or maybe somebody else already tweeted it out. Instagram, same thing, fear of missing out. Oh, I missed out on that party, or I missed out on this, and you know, everyone's posting selfies all the time, and you know, maybe I need to post another selfie. You know, people might forget. It causes a lot of anxiety. So I say just learn to turn it off. You know, I use my phone for my alarm, so it does sit on the nightstand next to me, but you sometimes just put it down. You know, when I'm out with my kids, just put it away. It's okay to not have to record every moment of every time, and if you miss something, you know, it's okay to reach out to that person and not have to always check Facebook and Twitter to see what's...
I wonder if any psychiatrists are treating anybody for this social media anxiety.
There's a lot of talk on it, yeah, a lot recently, especially, you know, I think with mothers and Pinterest, I think I've even experienced some of it where I feel like I'm not good enough. But you just kind of learn that nobody's perfect, and people are always going to most likely put the best out there, you know, and you don't want to always be negative, but
I heard the greatest. I heard the greatest saying one time: never judge your insides by other people's outsides, which kind of applies to social media as well. Yeah, because everyone's putting their foot forward, and I think you make a good point. Sometimes just disengage.
I love social media, but you got to also know when to turn it off too, and you don't need to sleep with your phone. And first thing you do when you wake up, and last thing you do when you go to bed.
All right, we better move on. And FOMO, fear of missing out on the commercial break. We'll be back with more. Thank you, Naoma.